Hey everybody, this is Danielle here. We're going to be looking at the collective energy themes for October 2025. The overall arching theme is building your own self esteem. And as a reminder, self esteem and self confidence are a different thing. Self esteem is your perceived value, your perceived worthiness. And this month is really going to get you reflecting on that, seeing your own value, seeing your own worthiness from a perspective you might not have had of yourself before. So, that being said, the first category is surrender, forcing outcomes, or over controlling. And to clarify what I mean here is if you're someone who tries to do everything to get a certain outcome for an event, for a relationship, for a job interview. It's saying there's only so much you can control. And then once you've done your due diligence, all that you are capable of doing to a healthy degree, then it's time to learn to let go of the over efforting and just allow what's going to happen essentially happen. You've already done all that you can, and fixating, focusing, stressing, obsessing is not going to change the outcome past that point. So ultimately, this surrender comes from a place of saving your own energy so that it is not being used up. There's not an over there's not a need for over efforting on something that isn't actually going to ultimately change the outcome because you have already done all that is your responsibility to do. And past that, you can't really control anything else. There also is a lesson in this to trusting that if something goes not according to plan, that you are strong enough in yourself, you are capable, you're intelligent, you're adaptable enough to be able to handle the events as things change. And this once again circles back to that self esteem of realizing that you got yourself. You can handle it. You can be okay, even if things don't go according to plan. And there is a little bit of that crazy chaos that can come up in life from time to time. It's not going to rattle you, it's not going to cause you to fail. You are strong enough in yourself to be adaptable in these moments. And there's no point in overexerting yourself or wasting any extra energy when it could be put towards something that brings you more joy, that brings you more peace, that is something that actually deserves your attention versus this extra energy spent worrying and overanalyzing to prevent anything from going sideways. The second category that's coming up is fill your own cup first. This is a month to come back to balance. So, if you created some slightly unhealthy or not so self honoring routines over the summer just to keep up with the craziness of the nice weather, of everyone being more extroverted, of it being more of a action taking time, now is a really important time to let go of any sort of patterns, cycles, activities, commitments that are dishonoring of your time and energy. So it talks about taking time to get the rest you need and the reflection time to yourself that you might require, and to focus on your own health first. Whatever that is, whether it is physical activity that you need to feel well, whether it is eating food or prioritizing time to make the food for yourself that makes you feel good, this is your time to nourish yourself, recenter, realign, reground yourself, and let go of any sort of unhealthy relationships or agreements that are just not honoring of you. And during this time, it can be really great to start to reflect on what is your priority for your future. what goals are actually in alignment for you for your future? What do you still want for yourself? What are you desiring for yourself? And then are the lifestyle patterns or habits or routines that you currently have going to get you to those dreams, those goals you have for yourself? And once you know that answer, adjusting those routines and schedules and habits and commitments so that they do leave room for you to be able to honor yourself and get those goals accomplished. How this second one ties back to the self esteem topic we were talking about is realizing that your value and your worthiness, you are so worthy of feeling good, of feeling at your best, to have your needs met and to have them met before you're meeting others, to regulate yourself before you're regulating others. It is just your right as a person to be able to take care of your needs first. And then the last theme is really kind of an interesting one that came through. It is surrendering worry and stress and anxiety and changing it to peace, peacefulness, and certainty. So this one is pretty similar to the very first theme, but I left it in because it talks about how sometimes we've built a habit of worrying. We don't even realize that it's become our first emotion to have around something new or about an event or about a commitment or about a work thing. And it's saying to bring awareness to, is this actually a genuine thing that you need to worry about? Or have you just gotten into this pattern or habit of worrying about it? Now, this is only something that you can answer, but it asks you to start questioning if you need to worry and stress about it, or if you can start surrendering to peacefulness and certainty around it. This talks about really starting to see that you have community around you, you have people around you that can support you, you are strong enough in yourself to be able to be, once again, adaptable in uncertainty and chaos. But most importantly, this really talks about not being afraid to reach out to those that we need. If you are experiencing worry, distress, or uncertainty, perhaps this is a time to call in your people and help be reminded that you've got this, that you'll get through this chaos, that you're going to be okay, that you always make it through, and that this will not last forever. And if you are someone who does not normally let community support you, there was even a message that came through about taking a chance on being supported, on letting others support you, just taking a chance on it and seeing what happens if you let others help you out a little bit more. So I kind of love that that message came through. And once again, how does this come back to the self esteem building theme of the month? It talks about realizing that you are so loved and valued by the people around you that, as I'm sure you all have helped others, others also wish to help you, and you're worthy of that help and support. Okay, so that being said, that is all we have for the general collective messages for October 2025. If you would like to see the pick a card reading for more specific guidance and suggestions, that will be released next week for the YouTube channel. So you can check that out. I'll take it in the description box below so you can find it if you're interested. And otherwise, I hope you will have a good month ahead and you're able to find the balance between surrender and control, rest and work, responsibilities and play. And I'll catch you in next month's energy themes for the collective.